you're new here, I'm Stasi, and this whole channel is dedicated towards me filming a degree collection process as a fashion tech student. It has proven to be quite a difficult task on this quarantine because we don't have access to any professional sewing machines, any professional equipment, which we've gotten so used to during the past 4 years. So we've luckily got a couple of updates regarding the whole situation, which you'll see a bit later on. But this week I was lucky enough to get a couple of clips from my other group mates whom I've not seen in a long time and I miss dearly. So you'll see not just my work process and the workflow, but also a couple of my other group mates who were interested in sharing what they've done so far.
Дамы и господа, вашему вниманию я хочу представить технологии отечественного производства. Чайка 143А. Ведь по мнению наших тьюторов, этого вполне достаточно за полляма в год, чтобы создать коллекцию международного уровня с высококачественными строчками.
Another version of the top. This was one of the things I tried in Photoshop, and now I'm trying to recreate it in 3D as well. It's obviously not perfect, and I'm trying to make it out of like a tank top, which I found in a H&M box, I think. I believe it was Marsha's experiment for the H&M project, and now that I'm playing around with it, I can see some imperfections about it, but obviously this is just a toile, this is a tester, and I'm trying to just recreate multiple options before I actually make the final decision. But that could be an option for the final trousers, because as you remember maybe in my last video, if you've seen it, plugging it right now, link below, I am trying to make this top for those trousers as a balancing out piece, because I don't want the top version to overpower the trousers, because they are probably going to be my first look on the runway, if we even have the runway at this point, but I'm hoping we will. So the top has to be a bit more bland and clean and less demanding attention, so that the trousers can shine. Even though they're quite simple, they're still dynamic, they're pleated, they have crumpling on the bottom, they have raw edge, so there's enough information for them to not have anything too overpowering on the top.
That's never something that stopped. There was just a point that I didn't care about mine and I didn't convey that message properly, and I tried to express it as best as I could to MTV, that it really just...
You have no sound. Check it out on the screen. Yes.
We just had our first tutorial online on Zoom. It wasn't actually a tutorial, it was more like a briefing for the next part of our project. We are going to have a digital submission, so we are supposed to imagine a collection. Jesus Christ. As all students throughout the world, we are supposed to create a collection, imagine it without actually making it, and we are supposed to make a digital range plan, digitally draw everything out and submit it, because in December 2019 we had our first submission. We have met all the module criteria at that point, so because now we are going to submit everything digitally, it's not going to be a problem, and we're still going to be able to graduate regardless of the fact that we're not actually showing anything physical. Thankfully our prayers have been answered, and we're going to still have enough time during the summer to actually sew the collection. That was the only thing we were actually worried about, because we knew that we were going to graduate, it's not going to be a big deal, but on our course it's way more important to actually produce a final piece rather than get your degree, so to speak. Obviously we're going to ask for a piece of paper at the end, but for us as people who are always working in the visual space, working creatively, it was way more important for us to have some time given back to us to actually work on the physical thing. So we have been told that we can come during the summer if the whole situation is going to be a bit more calm at this point, and we might still have the graduate fashion week. We usually present our work on Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week, and we were so worried that it's going to be cancelled like all the graduate fashion weeks in London have been and everywhere in the world, but we might still have it just because it is usually held in October, and we are very lucky in that position because everyone else are probably not going to get their fashion week back, and we still might if the whole situation with the virus is going to be a bit less of a pain in the ass. It's going to be quite hectic and quite interesting because the whole schedule is being switched around, and we are supposed to imagine a collection, draw it out, and it's kind of difficult to imagine it when you can't really have any access to the things that you usually have access to. So like anything, a heat press, a transfer paper, printer, a specific denim machine for heavy stitching on leather, and specific jersey machines. It's very difficult to work on this terrible domestic machine as we all have, but we do hope we're going to persevere. You have imagined a specific scenario that it's going to play out as, and you have a very beautifully planned out plan, and when you come back and work on a printer, something's not going to transfer as well as you would have thought, or maybe a shape is not going to be constructed beautifully, and you might still have to make some alterations. So your final collection is probably going to be very different from the portfolio that we're going to make at this point and submit, but we're probably going to have to make another lookbook, another photo shoot, and it's quite interesting what's going to pay out in the end. So join us and let's see what it's going to be like. Even though there are a bunch of constraints, usually art and creative industries, creative fields work better under specific pressures and circumstances. So I do think that even though those constraints are something no one has ever asked for and no one wanted to get, it's going to be very interesting to see what we can come up with under those pressures, under the circumstances. I think it's very important to keep positive, to keep a bit of humor in the collections and film the process from a very funny, humorous side. When you apply for a job and you're going to be submitting your portfolio, submitting your work, it's going to be interesting to tell the story that, yeah, I was one of those people who created a collection in 2020 when it was under quarantine, so in unprecedented events, unprecedented circumstances.
Hello, my name is Anna, and this is a quick view on how I'm working at home during the quarantine. I'm not really looking so fresh. I'm feeling kind of a little bit tired. I don't know why I'm feeling so, but I'm super lazy at home. I just can't motivate myself, but I'm trying. And the first week was really productive, but this week is not really. It's just started, but I feel that it won't be as productive as I want it to be. So yeah, a quick look on my room. It's not my room, it was the room of my brother. My brother is now in another room. So yeah, I decided to put this color palette here. It was in the studio, but I decided to take it with me as an inspiration. Trashy table with lots of stuff. I always work like this. Yeah, I think it's helpful for Nastya because she likes everything very accurate, very separated from each other, like the sticks from the paint, but I just working like this. So yeah, lots of masking tapes. And during the last week I made just a few pages of sketchbook, nothing interesting, just the analysis of the looks which I'm sure about. A small corset with pleats. I don't know, it works really strange on the body, but the effect is cool, but I don't know, it's hard to imagine with my collection, but okay, leave it as a sample. So yeah, skirt. I just draped the skirt because I don't know how to make a tailored skirt at home, so I just drape it on the mannequin and decided to watch how it works. Lots of stuff, very strange, I don't know what is here actually, some stuff from Britannica, some stuff from the previous project. So patterns, I took it from school. I know it's not good, but I decided to take it, yeah, because I didn't know for how much we will stay at home, so I think it's a good plan to take everything I saw during the last days in school. So yeah, this is me. Oh, this is my Honey Bunny sewing machine, which I'm working with, but it's not working as I wanted to work, so yeah, but it's doing the best. I made some pages for portfolio, and that's all, really, that's all what I did during the last week. So wish everything will be fine and I will be motivated for the next 2 weeks.
since the only mirror we have right now is in the bathroom, I'm just constantly staying here because I'm always experimenting on the body, seeing where everything goes. And because I was looking into the idea of transformation through undressing, I'm interested to show off different sections. So I'm tucking in the top that I'm wearing, loose oversized lower top, into the underwear lines that I have on. So to kind of emphasize the idea of your underwear peeking through on the scanner when you're in the airport, because you're being seen, everything is transparent, everything is visible. So I think like the way it drapes is kind of interesting because it does reflect the shape of underwear. And then I love how it is kind of tucked in. Maybe if I were to tuck it in from both sides it would be a bit more obvious. Yeah, I think if it were to be tight on the top, loose on the bottom, and copying the shape of underwear from the sides, that would be quite interesting. So yeah, another experiment for the sketchbook.
Я знаю, что делала. Я знаю, что делала. Просто как бы. No question. Так, второй с четвертым, третий с шестым. Я еще люблю, знаете, вот... хотите к вам сходить, сейчас покажу. Все, нам надо с девочками просто реально сделать после выпуска такую студию, и там вывесить.
Да сейчас сфоткают, смотри. Закрывай. Ты так не накрасилась.
Это видео, так что можешь делать, что хочешь. Все, тиктокерши заделалась. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I really hope you're staying safe, staying healthy, not leaving the house as much as possible, staying inside, and yeah, let's just all focus on our health for a little bit and not worry about anything else but this. Yeah, thank you for watching. Until next time, bye.